Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new reading vlog. I just filmed a book on haul and I did really good. I haven't counted the books that I'm unhauling yet, but yeah. So I just wanted to intro this vlog. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy. I don't know what books I'm currently in the middle of Intermezzo and I'm loving it. So I'll talk more on that very soon. And then also Kiss and Spell, and there's I don't know, there's a bunch of books that I'm in the middle of. It's kind of like the end of the year. By the time this video is up, it'll be the new year. But anyway, if you're interested in a cozy reading vlog, then keep watching. So it's later in the day. I did a book on haul and then I went to Half Price Books and I got like $120 for the books I unhauled. I think it was more books than what was in my unhaul because I had books from my last unhaul that I needed to sell. So yeah, but it was like a box of books basically, which I probably had some books in there that were worth a little bit more money than what I know, but you know what? I'm tired and it is what it is. I am halfway through Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I'm on page 247. I am in the middle of a chapter. The chapters are really long. This is a book that I didn't know that I was going to be annotating, but then once I started reading it, I was like, dang, I gotta annotate this. So, loving this book. Having a hard day today though, because while it was in half price, I got a phone call of something just like really bad news, and I'm just really tired of people. I just don't have any words. I don't have any words. So I'm going to pretend everything's fine. Otherwise, I will have mental breakdown. Just have to kind of focus on the positive. So I am going to unbox some candles for Patreon and talk about my New Year's resolutions for a Patreon video. So I'm excited to do that. I think the candles will give me some serotonin. And talking about New Year's resolutions, I love a new year, a new start, and all that. So it'll get me in a good positive headspace, I think. But yeah, I am excited to read that. Honestly, I had to keep myself from binging all of it because this shit is addicting. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, the writing, I just feel so compelled to keep reading. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a movie in my head. That's why I feel like whenever I'm reading this, I just feel like I'm watching a movie in my head. I don't know if I told y'all what it was about, but it's about two brothers who their father recently passed away, and my camera's about to die. Speaking of death. Yeah, so it's about two brothers. They're totally different. One's a chess player, one is a lawyer. I think it's a lawyer. Yeah, the chess player is kind of like socially inept. I'm really loving this book so far. I'm not doing it justice, but it's very character driven. It's a literary fiction. Probably tomorrow my plan is to pretty much read all day, and I think I'll finish this out. And I don't know if it's going to be my best books of the year. So I haven't filmed that video because I'm like, I don't know. This could be, because the way I'm just like consuming it, and it's just like, we'll see how the second half of the book makes me feel. But yeah, anyway. So I'm going to film this candle unboxing before my camera dies. Wish me luck. Okay, I took that previous clip and then I was like, why did I not turn the lights on? I'm getting rid of this. I love it, but it's just like, it takes up a lot of space and I have so many hoodies. Some jeans that I literally cannot fit into. I have gained some weight and you know what? That's okay. Yeah, more jeans. These are more skinny jeans actually. I love these pants, but they're kind of tight and yeah, they don't really fit. Sadly, I'm getting rid of my, I gave Hannah a hard time for getting rid of hers, but mine has stains on it. My probably reading Sarah J Maas, so it's time to get rid of her, unfortunately. So
1, 2, 3, 4,
5 pairs of pants, a Never Night hoodie, and then just like a shit ton of shirts and stuff like that. Those are old pajama pants that are too tight. Good job. Hello. I spent this morning reading Intermezzo, then I cleaned out my closet, organized a bit, and tonight we're gonna go see Nosferatu. I'm so excited. It's like an early showing or whatever, and the theater is gonna be packed. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm so looking forward to Nosferatu. It's gonna be so good. Anyways, okay, so I finished Intermezzo this morning, and I loved this. This is a story about two brothers who are really held together by their grief. They live completely, vastly different lives. They're very flawed characters that are not meant to be romanticized. Sally Rooney does a good job of writing about the human experience and what it means to be alive and what it means to be human and to continue living despite everything, despite the hurt, despite the pain. An overarching message, I think, from this book is the universal desire to be accepted amongst the people that you love, amongst your friends and your family and things like that. If you know that you don't like Sally Rooney's writing, this is not going to change your mind. It feels like a Sally Rooney book. I personally love her writing. I know she's kind of pegged to be an author who writes about sad white people, and I can understand that sentiment. Like, I really can. I really loved the writing. There was something about it that just gripped me and I did not want to stop reading. I love a character-driven story. I love Sally Rooney's writing. And there was one point of view, I think it was Margaret's. I feel like her point of view threw me off just a little bit, but I think Margaret was the first character that Sally Rooney thought of for this book, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I think that's why she got a point of view. It did throw me off just a little bit. I was like, why are we getting her point of view? Those were the only chapters that was like, okay, I'm kind of bored. But I think it only happened once or twice, so it wasn't very significant. And I will say Peter's point of view is very stream of consciousness. So if you don't like that kind of thing, this book is, again, it's not going to be for you. But I really enjoyed it, clearly. I mean, I read it in 2 sittings. So yeah, kind of obsessed, honestly. I think I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. There were so many good quotes that I was just like, this is incredible. I love this. Also, I did not plan on annotating, and I did. I annotated. I wrote in the book. I highlighted. So I feel like there's a lot to be said for that, because if I go into a book not planning on annotating and then I do end up, it's because I can't not annotate. And yeah, so I really, really love this. I am so happy I loved it. It's probably not going to be a best book of the year. I haven't gone through my top 10 or 15 or whatever. I still need to make that list. And then I also finished Don't Kiss and Spell, and I'm giving this 3 stars. It's really cute. For some reason, it felt kind of drawn out, even though it's not long at all. Like, the words are huge, but it's really cute. I already kind of told y'all what it was about in my last vlog, so I'm not going to reiterate it, but it's witchy. It's kind of Christmassy. It's mostly Christmassy at the epilogue. Anyway, and so then I immediately jumped into my next read, which is Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles. I was reading this on my Kindle, and then I got the audiobook to listen to while I was cleaning my closet. I don't love the narrator, the male narrator, because it reminds me of the narrator. Well, it's the same narrator from Dead Man Walking by Jenna Darling, which is fine. It's a good voice, but it just reminds me of Zeus so much. So I'm kind of having a hard time getting Zeus out of my head because it's not Zeus. This one, she's got some trauma and he's trying to protect her from her trauma. It's small town. I really kind of was just like listening to it. I'll probably can say more about it once I get further into it. I'm not very far into it right now. I am enjoying it though. I put up my Patreon poll last night and 3 of the books that are in the poll, there's 3 books in the poll, and the last one is hardly getting any votes, and I really want to read it, so I think I'm just gonna pick it up, which is The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This is supposed to be like an atmospheric gothic witchy book. I'm excited to read it. It's not going to win the poll, that's for sure. The other 2 books are kind of tied right now, so I'm curious to see what's going to win, but this one's definitely not going to win. And if no one's voting for it, I'm not going to put it in another poll. So I think I'm going to start this today, and I'm excited because I loved House of Hollow. So yeah, that's my update. We're going to go see Nosferatu tonight. I'm so excited. I feel like I know myself pretty well when it comes to movies. If I feel like I'm going to love a movie, I usually end up loving it. I was that way with Wicked, Terrifier 3, The New Crow adaptation. Those are my core movies from this year, and I feel like Nosferatu is going to be one of those core movies. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I need to make my thumbnail for my YouTube video tomorrow that's going up on Christmas. And yeah, that's my update. Talk to you guys tomorrow probably.
Three nights. Tonight was the first. Tonight you denied yourself, and thereby you suffer me to vanish from the lives of those you love.
Denied myself. You revel in my torture.
Upon the third night.
Hello, Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. Happy holidays. We saw Nosferatu last night. 5 stars. Oh my god, so incredible. It's so gothic and dark and atmospheric and cunty. Literally, it's so good. I will rewatch that movie probably every year. I loved it. I don't have anything to complain about. So anyway, today's Christmas. I can't really do a sit down clip right now to talk about anything because we need to go to my sister-in-law's for Christmas, but I did open some presents this morning, so I'll show you guys what I got. I started Invocations and I'm currently 174 pages into this and I'm liking it. I'm not loving it though, but I'll talk more on it later, probably whenever I have more time to talk. But I just want to say hello and that I love Nosferatu and it's so good and I'm obsessed with it and I literally can't stop thinking about it. It's like ingrained. I haven't stopped thinking about it since we left the theater. Oh god, all the Dracula vibes, all of the Nosferatu. I haven't read the book Nosferatu, but Dracula is one of my favorite classics and I just love everything about it. It's just so, it's so perfect. So yeah, I really have no complaints about anything. Go see it. Go watch it. Anyway, I got to go. Talk to you guys later. Okay, I ended up changing my shirt because it was too hot. So I just have like this button. It's wrinkly. I do not care. And then I'm probably going to put on my Converse or Vans or something. Hello, I got up early to read before work because I'm not off work today, but I did read a little bit last night. I got to page 200 of Invocations. So I'm going to try and finish this. I'm also 50% into Echoes of You, and I'm really liking it so far. I think I talked about it a little bit, but not very much. We're following Maddie and Nash, and Maddie has like an abusive ex who's like stalking her and threatening the people around her if she doesn't like go back to him. So Nash is sort of protecting her. I think he's a cop or something like that. I have reading sprints with patrons at 4 p.m. after work. I'm looking forward to that. I'm just gonna get some early morning reading in and just relax a bit. Okay, this is definitely a first world problem, but I fucking hate this book. I have to like hold it open. It's been like hurting my hands because look at this. It doesn't want to stay open at all. I feel like I'm like having a workout by holding this book open. It just closes on its own. Like I didn't do that. It's so annoying. It won't stay open. the worst book. Like, it's pretty, but oh my God. I just finished the evocations a few minutes ago. Definitely think the second part was a lot stronger than the first half. We're following 3 women, Zara, Amir, and Jude. And Jude is afflicted with these chronic ailments because she made a deal with the devil, and everything around her kind of dies, and her body is like slowly dying, and she has like weird wounds, and her house is full of decrepitness and just grossness. So she's looking to undo the things that she did with the devil that she made a deal with. And Zara is trying to bring her sister back from the dead. So Zara and Jude need to find a witch who can help them, and they end up coming across Amir, who is an orphan witch who holds the power to fix their problems, because she can cast these spells. They're like skin spells called invocations. But then Amir's clients start turning up dead. All of the witches that Amir has helped throughout the past and stuff, they start ending up dead. So then these 3 women strike an alliance, and they try and figure out who's killing these witches. It's very atmospheric. It's perfect for the fall, but I mean, it's also perfect for like a rainy day. The second half, again, so much better than the first. I feel like it was a bit slow in the first half. The last third of this book is really, really good. I was pretty engrossed, and I was excited to keep reading. I definitely didn't want to put the book down or anything like that. Like the first half, it was kind of like touch and go, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I ended up really liking this. It's not without its flaws though. There is a phrase that the author kept repeating. Anytime we had Zara's point of view, there was this phrase that the author would repeat over and over again, and at one point it was literally on every single page of Zara's, I don't know why I keep saying Zara, of Zara's point of view, and it's, I did not come this far only to come this far. Seriously, it was said so many times. I don't know what it is with authors wanting to repeat these types of phrases over and over again. It doesn't make them more powerful. It doesn't make me want to remember them more. It just makes me want to scratch out the phrase and not have to read it again. I mean, put it in your book 3 times, maybe, but not on every page. Like, we get it. She didn't come this far to only come this far. She doesn't want to give up. She wants to keep going. I understand this is YA, but we don't need to dumb it down that much and keep repeating that. So anyway, that was one of the things that really, honestly, probably brought it down at least half a star. I think I'm going to settle on a 4-star because towards the end it was really good, but the first half I really struggled to buy into what was going on. Other than the writing was really good, like it was really atmospheric and all that, but I just wish it had kind of picked up the pace a little bit faster. I am glad that I picked it up. I don't regret it at all. I do want to finish Echoes of You. I have reading sprints with patrons, so I might finish this while I'm on reading sprints. Last night I started to read The Striker. I got a few pages into it, and I don't know if I'm in the mood for this. It's a thick book, and I don't know if I want to carry it over into 2025, and I definitely do not want it to be the first book I finish in 2025. I am really, really particular about what the first book of the year that I finish is, and this is definitely not going to be that book. So I don't know if I want to start that or if I want to start a different book, because I'm definitely I'm halfway into Echoes of You, but it's like a pretty quick read. I mean, how many pages are there? Let me see. I'm 53% in, and there are 170. I'm on page 176. I really am annoyed. Kindle made an update, and you can no longer swipe up to see how many pages there are in total, which is really, really annoying. I am so annoyed with the Kindle update. It's super glitchy. I feel like they just want to make you buy a new Kindle because this one's probably 2 years old. And whenever I go to highlight, it messes up a lot. It's just really, really annoying. So anyway, I've been quite annoyed with my Kindle, but I refuse to buy a new one until this one really shits out on me. I know you can exchange them. I could get some money for this one, but I don't know, it's not old, you know? I paid a lot of money for this. I think I paid $100 for a Kindle. You would think it should last you more than 2 years. Anyways, I might peruse my shelves or I could pick up the next Maid Sama. That was on my December TBR. I'm happy I finished this. I really, really, really need to update my reading journal, and I want to set up my 2025 reading journal. I might plan to do that tomorrow. I also have a Christmas novella I could read for sprints. I have a couple options. I'll probably definitely finish Echoes of You today. Might pick up a Christmas novella. I might also start my Maid Sama manga because I don't want to start a big book because I'll end up wanting to read instead of doing my journal. And I really want to finish my 2024 journal and then start my 2025 journal. I want to set it up and everything and have it ready for the new year. And that's going to take me some time. So I would definitely want to dedicate at least 4 hours to that. Yeah. Oh, I also need to get these nails off. They are so overdue to be taken off. It's not even funny. I'll let you guys know whenever I finish another book.
Has my monstrosity been unleashed?
Hello, I finished Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles. I'm giving this 3.5 stars. I really, really liked it. Only reason it's 3.5 instead of 4 is because I didn't I wasn't obsessed, but I still really enjoyed it. It's super fun. Trigger warnings for domestic violence. He is a cop. I think I said that earlier in the vlog, but it doesn't feel like a cop romance. I don't know. This was really good. I'm obsessed with Catherine Cowles' writing. I'm always on the edge of my seat. I feel like I'm reading a Lifetime movie or something. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, I didn't cry. The first 2 books I've read of hers made me cry. I gave them 5 stars. And I know not every single book is going to be a new favorite, but I still really love this. I recommend the series for sure. I'm definitely going to continue. I don't know what the next book in the series is, but I think it's, Glimmers of You. So it follows Gray. Caden? Yes, I'm excited for that. I have 27 minutes left on this reading sprint, and I need to decorate and update my planner. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to play some video games for the rest of the evening. Instead of starting a new book, I'm just going to play my video game. It's gonna be perfect. I finished 2 books today. That's amazing. I love that for me. Reading sprints have been amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined. And yeah, good night. finally building this.
Clouds and rain. There's a small town named Forks.
It's okay, puppies. Don't be scared.
How did you get over to me so fast? Across the lot.
No, it wasn't. Maybe it's your head. You're confused.
I know what I saw.
What exactly was that?
You stopped the van. I wasn't gonna tell anybody. I just need to know.
Blanket is done. Oh my god. I finished it while I was watching Twilight. Now I'm watching Barbie Rapunzel.
I'll tell you what Gothel's up to. What? No, but good. That's what.
Hopefully it doesn't unravel. Now I just have to do something with the end pieces. These like, this is crazy. Oh my god. It's like smaller than what I planned on, but oh my god. This is crazy. I made this blanket. Oh my god. I made a blanket. What the heck? Oh my god. This is so exciting. It's so cute. I mean, it's big enough to like cover my body. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I'm in love. I love it. Yay. What do you think, Leia? Do you approve? Do you approve?
a book. It is called the Edge of Darkness trilogy. And I am devouring this trilogy already. I'm only on book 1, and I'm obsessed.
Hello, I just filmed my best books of the year. What a chaotic video. Oh my gosh. But I always end up with so much energy whenever I'm filming that video because I just love talking about those books. I mean, seriously, I probably got maybe like 5 hours of sleep last night, which I usually get 8, but I have a lot going on right now. Some of it's really good, some of it's not so good, but the stuff that's keeping me going right now is something really, really good. So I just don't want to jinx anything, but good things are coming in 2025. I'm just so excited. I wanted to let you guys know what I'm currently reading and what my first book of the year is going to be, because that's exciting. Let's see here. Okay. I started off the year with Project Hail Mary, and I'm currently 188 pages. Oh, and then I'll show you the books I got for Christmas. Okay. So we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I'm 168 pages. This book is so sci-fi. So sci-fi. If I didn't have the audiobook, if I wasn't immersion reading, so I'm reading along with the audio as I read, I would DNF this book. I am so sorry to say that because I know so many of my friends love this book, but the audio is the only reason. The audiobook is really good, but yeah, I mean, it's not that I've been hating it, but it's so much that just, I'm like, I don't know what that means. I just have a hard time picturing sci-fi stuff. Okay, so anyway, I think we're about to get to the part where we actually meet another character, chapter 10. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a little pause. When do we meet Rocky? And I was flipping through that chapter and I was like, oh, okay, Rocky, I see his name there. So we meet Rocky in chapter 10. So I think I will love the second half. I mean, I know I'll like it more than the first half, but that first half was very, very hard to get through. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is going on? If I were to rate it right now, it'd probably be 3 stars because of the audiobook. But I mean, we'll see if that bumps up to like a 3.5, 4-star. However, because I wasn't super loving it, because I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a 5-star, I picked up something else. I picked up Delicate Escape by Catherine Cowles, and this is going so well. We're following Thea. Her ex-boyfriend commits revenge porn or something. Like, he set up cameras in her house and whatever. It was really weird. So she escapes this emotionally abusive and manipulative relationship. She goes to Oregon, the small town in Oregon, and she kind of starts her life over, disappears digitally on the web. Her digital footprint, that's what I was trying to say. She gets rid of her digital footprint. She even changes her name from Selena to Thea because she doesn't want to be found by her ex because she thinks that he'll come back for her. And then in comes Shep, okay? And Shepherd, their meet cute is so cute. Even though they had met each other before, they had known each other, but like their reintroduction, their re-meet cute or whatever is so cute. She accidentally flings blue icing onto him. And it's just really adorable, okay? And he also calls her Thorn instead of Thea. And he's kind of they call him a golden boy. He's very like golden retriever. She doesn't really trust anyone. She doesn't really want to let anyone in her house. And she starts to trust Shep. And Shep is actually Rhodes' brother. So Rhodes from the first book, Fragile Sanctuary. That's their adopted siblings, okay? But they're siblings nonetheless. So there's some cameos in there, which I love. Shep has some trauma with like, he was left in a box. So they call him, so some of the bullies in the town call him Box Baby. So he's trying to work through his trauma and she's trying to heal from her trauma. But then the Lifetime movie part starts to come in because her tires get slashed and some stuff starts happening. So I'm only like halfway through, but it's starting to really like there's always some kind of suspense in Catherine's books and it's starting to get there. And this book is so good. And let me tell you, the smut. I was blushing. My jaw on the floor. The way that this author writes, hands down, some of the best I've ever read. I love the way this author writes. So that's probably gonna be my first finished book of the year. And then I'm also in the middle of Dawn of the Cursed Queen. And I'm reading this on my Kindle and I think I'm like 50% through. And I will say the first 100 or so pages were kind of iffy. I was like not really sure, but I'm loving this like so much more than the second book, which is good because the second book I gave 3 stars, but it wasn't anything I was like obsessed with. But this one is really, really good. And this one could end up being like a 4 or 4.5, depending. I just feel like the story is really compelling and also the characters. I'm starting to really fall in love with some of the characters. Some of the POVs, I'm a little bit confused as to why we're getting those point of views, but still I'm rolling with it. I'm trusting the process and I'm having a good time. I'm really happy. Honestly, on January 1, I actually didn't want to pick up Project Hail Mary. I wanted to keep reading this. I was in a mood for Fanro, but I was like, oh no, like I've been saying for the past, I don't even know how long, couple months, that this was going to be my first book of 2025. But, you know, I'm changing that. I'm changing my mind. We're allowed to change our minds. And this one's, Project Hail Mary is not going to be my first of 2025 anymore, just because I want it to be a solid book. So, yeah. But the Catherine Cowles will probably be my first book. And this will be probably maybe my second or something. I don't know. And then I wanted to talk about this book that you guys saw me unbox. This is one of my unicorns. This was a late Christmas gift. And I am just so excited to have this book. It's a unicorn for me. I mean, I had such a hard time finding this book. I just kind of like slammed it on my Kindle. I had such a hard time finding a copy of this book last year. In 2023, whenever I read Normal People, I couldn't find a copy of this. Thank you, Santa, for bringing me Normal People. And then I also got the special editions of the Jessa Hastings Magnolia Parks. And what's really, really cool about this, well, by the way, oh my gosh, it smells so good, is my name is in the foreword. Oh wait, no, I think it's in the other book. Okay, hold on, let me hold one moment, please. It's actually in The Long Way Home. Jessa put my name in the foreword, which is so cool. It says, my best bet is a few incredibly sweet YouTube book cuties who just backed me. Lachlan, Hannah, Rachel, Brandy, Kimmy, and Kayla. I love you so much. I don't know why they did or how they found me. I don't even know whether it's factually true that it was them, but this is my foreword and who's going to stop me. So thank you so much, Jessa, for putting my name in there. Like, I was like, oh my God. So Santa brought me these as well. I showed you the other book that was Into the Dark, and then this one was Long Way Home, and then this one is the first one, Magnolia Parks. They're really, really pretty, and they're gonna look amazing on my shelves. And then I also got The Courting of Bristol Keats from Waterstones. It was like with this purchase, because these are from, no, this is from, it starts with a B. I'll put the store that it's from, but it's like free shipping from the UK, so that's pretty cool. Blackwells, I think that's what it is. Yeah, so these ones have really, really cool stenciled edges. I really love that. So this edition is quite cool. But yeah, I don't know really much what this one's about. I've read the synopsis and it sounded good, and I was like, oh yeah, I just add it to my list. And then I think that's all. Oh, and then I got book 3 of the Dawn of the Cursed Queen, the third book in the Gods and Monsters. So I showed you guys that. I got a little printer for my Spodak, something. It's like the book for the book covers. I got one of those, so I can print out my book covers a little bit easier. So thank you, hubby, for that, because I put that on my wish list, and now I was like, they're kind of expensive. It was like, I think $70. So yeah, we didn't really go too crazy. I mean, we've stopped going too crazy for Christmas and stuff for a while, but we still have fun exchanging gifts and stuff. So anyway, oh, and then he also got me some new perfume. So thank you, hubby. I am going to try and finish a book. I don't know when, today or tomorrow, maybe, but oh gosh, I have so much to do, but I can't really talk about it right now, because I don't want to jinx anything. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Anyway, that's my update. It's been a long update. This is a 13-minute clip, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hello. I have made some reading progress. Now, it's been a little bit. I haven't been able to read as much as I would have liked, but it's okay. I've got a lot going on at the moment. So I finished Delicate Escape. This was my first read of 2025. I'm really excited about it. I gave it 4 stars, like solid 4 stars. I really liked it. I mean, I loved it. It just wasn't that 5-star feeling, you know what I'm saying? It was really good though. Highly recommend Catherine Cowles. I'm so excited to continue reading her books. I have the next one downloaded that I'm going to read. I want to read all of her entire backlist. Love her. Okay. And then I finished Dawn of the Cursed Queen. I did it. I did it. This book is long. I did like it more than book 2. This is book 3. I liked it more than book 2. It wasn't my favorite though. I just feel like it's hard when it's a longer series and you're following the same couple, because I'm kind of over them now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're on book 3 and I'm just like, yeah, I feel like this, I'm not saying the series is too long, but it might get that way because I do think it's planned to be like 8 books or something like that. So I'm kind of nervous about that. One thing I really like about the series though is that some of the characters, it's like the villains, it's not all black and white. So there's some depth, there's some nuance to the characters and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that. And I do like the world and the system and the world building and the world itself. I think it's really interesting and cool. But whenever we get to the main couple, I'm like, can we wrap it up? Can we wrap it up a little bit? And the smut, I was just kind of like skimming because I was like, yeah, I've seen this couple multiple times and I don't really care anymore. So that's where I'm at with that. Not digging it, but it's definitely keeping my attention, and I will pick up book 4 most likely. I think I'm having a fun time with this. So, update on Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. I got to page 240, so more than halfway through. And this author kind of got popular on, I forget the site that he got popular on, but it's essentially like a Wattpad. He was writing a series online. He got popular with a lot of people on Reddit and just kind of got a big fan base that way. This book, however, the science is solid, right? I understand the science. It's not even like I don't understand it. It's just that it's boring to me. It's boring. It feels like I'm reading just like a textbook at times. I'm like, the character is pretty obnoxious, the main character, and it's his point of view, so you don't really get away from that. So if you don't like the main character, you're probably not going to like this book. And I'm a very character-driven story type person. This is not that. And the plot is just kind of all over the place a little bit. So it's dual timeline. It's current, and then he's getting these flashbacks. The flashbacks are absolutely bonkers. They do not need to be in the book, in my opinion. He comes across these problems and then he finds like these really quick, convenient solutions. I do feel like this is kind of like a popcorn-y read. It's not a hard to understand read. I definitely think it's written so that people who are not into science can understand it, but it's still so textbooky and boring to me. And I know where it's going, and it just like, I don't care. I don't care. I think this guy as a total, like, I can't stand the main character. The plot is blatantly implausible and pretentious to me. We're following this guy who's left alone on an aircraft and his crew has died. They've passed away. He is I think he's like a high school teacher. He's some kind of middle school or high school teacher, but he's a scientist who manages to find a solution for every problem that he comes across. He is like one of those guys that they think that they're the smartest guy in the room and they're just kind of not pleasant, like to be around. He comes across as so, I just cringe, okay? I'm just cringing. The smart-ass narrating and the humor is very quirky. The humor is not hitting with me. There's some humor that's like, okay, now Rocky, I have nothing against Rocky. I like Rocky. I thought Rocky was going to save this book for me, but I just can't get across, like, oh my God, the non-stop science. It's like, okay, dude, we know, we understand, you get it. You really like science and you like writing about science. But can you write a book? Like, have you ever taken an English class? I'm sorry. I think if you love science, if you're really, really big into science, you'll probably love this book. I took AP Science in high school, so it's not like I don't know anything about science. I mean, I work in healthcare, okay? I'm not a healthcare professional, but I work in healthcare. I'm surrounded by all of these topics all of the time. Like, okay, not like Earth, but like healthcare science. So it's not that. It's not that I think science is boring. I just think that this book is boring. I think it's written boring. I think the characters are fucking boring. Rocky's not boring. We like Rocky. He doesn't make up for the rest of the book. I thought that once I met Rocky, that this book was going to take off. I thought it was going to be like, oh my God, I see it now. I see what everyone's talking about. That didn't happen, besties. That did not happen. I'm DNFing this book. Will I pick it up at a later time now that I know what I'm getting myself into with the plot and just like the character? It's himself. He's not a likable character, just in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay, he's just very ugh, and the writing is just ugh. Yeah. So I know that I'm not the only one who feels like this, because at the end of 2024, I saw people talking about DNFing it, and I honestly got scared. I was like, oh, it wasn't truly a 5-star prediction for me after that. I was like, I'm nervous to start it, but I forced myself to do it because I had been saying I wanted to like stick to my word or whatever. But, you know, I'm setting aside my pride and I'm not sticking to my word. I already finished a different book for the first book of 2025. I'm beyond that. I am going to just set it aside because I got to a point where even the audiobook was just, I was like, oh, you know what? Now I don't even love the audiobook. I wanted to put it away before I start viscerally hating this book, because I started to really get there. I was like, I'm leaning more towards 1 star because I was just so disappointed. It wasn't changing the direction. I thought once Rocky came on, I thought it was going to be a little bit different. It was like Rocky came and then it was like Rocky was like, I'm ready to take a nap. And then Rocky went away and then we went back on doing the flashback stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? Rocky is rock solid, okay? But what is his name? Grace? Ryland Grace is... I cannot stand this. I can't stand him. I think his humor is so cringy. I just think it's, oh my God, I don't like it. I don't like the writing. It's not the science that I don't like. If you want to have fun reading a physics textbook, I mean, here you go. Here you go. It's right here. If you want that, if that's your thing, you know, and I get it. Like, he probably had a huge fan base by writing the series and stuff that he wrote on those online forums. And that's great. I love that for you. But I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna be for me. Unpopular opinion, I don't know. I mean, it has a great rating on Goodreads, but y'all, I don't think it's justified. With peace and love, I'm happy for everyone who loves this book, but it's gonna be a no for me, dog. The irony is also not lost on me that I'm wearing a NASA shirt or sweater, whatever. I love science. I think it's really fucking cool, but I think this book is boring as shit. It's like, it's not just about science and stuff like that, but you have to give me a compelling story or compelling characters, and the story is just not compelling enough. Will I pick it up at a later time? Possibly. I have half of it annotated, and it's not I wasn't annotating because I was like obsessed with it. I was annotating because initially I thought that this was going to be like a book that I really loved, but yeah, it's just not it. I read other sci-fi that I do love that does have intricate world building based on science fiction that's plausible and cool and interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this little rant that I've been on, and if you guys made it this far, go ahead and leave some space emojis, because why not? Honestly, I kind of want to go visit a science museum or something. Like, I'm in the mood for that, but I don't have time for that. I got a big to-do list. With that said, I've had a crazy ass week and I need to start my Patreon vlog for January. Yeah, we're in January. Oh my God. The past week has just been so long. It's just been like all of the emotions, all of the things happening. Yeah, so it's been rough, okay? But I'm trying to just take one day at a time. time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more content from me, I have a Patreon and Instagram and things like that, so you can go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video.
So I'm back to the velvet underground, back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was, to the gypsy.